So there's a Trump campaign ad that has been surfacing over the course of the last week or so. And there's a piece of audio from Dr. Fauci that the Trump campaign has used. I want you to listen to this very carefully. Listen to part of this Trump campaign ad with Dr. Fauci.
We saw the language online go in a very concerning.
Okay, so that's the wrong audio. We want to play a part of the Donald Trump campaign ad featuring Dr. Fauci.
President Trump tackled the virus head on as leaders.
Okay, so is that the cut? Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background again before we play the cut. That was the wrong cut. So as the Trump campaign was playing this ad, as I've said, it's been circulating over the course of the last week. And this is Dr. Fauci, not Governor Whitmer. We don't want to play that. We want to play Dr. Fauci taken out of context, and I'll explain why. Here it is. Have a listen to this.
President Trump tackled the virus head on, as leaders should.
I can't imagine that anybody could be doing more.
President Trump is recovering from the coronavirus, and so is America.
Okay, so that audio was Dr. Fauci saying, I can't imagine anybody doing more. They used Dr. Fauci in this campaign ad. But I want to play for you the entire audio, or at least that part where Trump used in the campaign ad. Dr. Fauci was interviewed in March of 2020. The person that was interviewing him is Mark Levin, who, of course, is on KDWN from 3 to 6. So Mark Levin interviewed Dr. Fauci for his Fox TV show, which is every week. Listen to the entire context of that quote.
I have been devoting almost full time on this, almost full time. I'm down at the White House virtually every day with the task force. I'm connected by phone throughout the day and into the night. When I say night, I'm talking 12, 1, 2 in the morning. I'm not the only one. There's a whole group of us that are doing that. It's every single day. So I can't imagine that under any circumstances that anybody could be doing more.
As you can see, the context of that, he's talking about the scientists and the doctors in the task force. He's not talking about Donald Trump. But they took his comment completely out of context. Now, I've never heard Dr. Fauci this upset. Clearly, he's frustrated because they took his comment out of context for political purposes in a Trump campaign ad. So Dr. Fauci appeared on CNN on Sunday and was asked if the campaign should take down that ad.
You know, I think so, Jake. I think it's really unfortunate and really disappointing that they did that. It's so clear that I'm not a political person, and I have never either directly or indirectly endorsed a political candidate. And to take a completely out of context statement and put it in, which is obviously a political campaign ad, I thought was really very disappointing.
What would you say if I told you I heard that the Trump campaign was actually preparing to do another ad featuring you?
You know, that would be terrible. I mean, that would be outrageous if they do that. In fact, that might actually come back to backfire on them. I hope they don't do that, because that would be kind of playing a game that we don't want to play. So I hope they reconsider that. If, in fact, they are indeed considering doing that, I hope that they reconsider and not do that.
I could totally understand Dr. Fauci's, I guess you could say, frustration. I played you the entire quote. Gave you the context of it. He was not talking about Donald Trump. So what does the Trump campaign do? They decide to use his words completely out of context for political gain for the president of the United States. Dr. Fauci doesn't want to be a part of that, and I don't blame him. I don't think that they're going to do it again, because I think it'll make them look bad if they do it again.
Well, what if they use something that that he said in context? Positive about Donald Trump, which he said a lot of things. So he said that the second that they asked, that Fauci and Birx asked Trump and his administration to lock down, they did it. Okay, he said that he did not, based on what Bob Woodward tried to present to the people as Trump lying. He said that they did not lie to the American people, that they did not mislead the American people. Now, what if the campaign includes a couple of things that I just stated there?
Sure. So let me answer your question. First of all, they didn't do that. We're talking about something that the Trump campaign did in using a quote out of context.
I'm talking about the next one.
Okay, and I'm talking about this right now.
Yeah,
okay?
I get that.
I'm talking about.
I understand.
Hold on, let me just finish.
Right.
Let me just finish.
They definitely did.
Okay.
Well, now here's the thing. That statement.
Let me finish.
You said it was just about doctors and scientists. No, that wasn't just about doctors and scientists.
That's not what I said. I also added. No, that's not what I said. I also said the task force. You're not
exactly.
You're taking me out of context.
No, it was about the entire task force, and that includes Mike Pence. That includes Jared Kushner. That includes Donald Trump.
Okay.
That includes. So Donald Trump is included in that conversation. If it's about the task force.
So Dr. Fauci said it was taken out of context. Dr. Fauci is frustrated. We played the entire clip. It was taken out of context, period. So we can do hypotheticals and say, well, what if they use this quote or that quote? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what the Trump campaign did. And what they did is they took Dr. Fauci out of context. It was wrong. They're using a quote, and they're putting it in terms to help Donald Trump in the campaign. You shouldn't use the infectious disease, the head of everything, Dr. Fauci, for political gain. So we're taking your phone calls on that at 702-257-5396. Obviously, we spoke about the Donald Trump Florida campaign rally, which was last night. Thousands of people not practicing social distancing. We want to get your thoughts on that as well.
By the way, those people, they have a choice not to do that, and they have the option to get a mask. They have masks at those rallies ready to pass out to people, Brian. So you don't have to factor that in. This is their personal decision as American citizens.
So the issue,
as free citizens of the United States of America,
so the issue
to do what they want to do, Brian, and they choose to go to that rally. They choose not to social distance, and they choose not to wear a mask, or they choose to wear a mask.
Okay, so
and by the way, Anthony Fauci's words, you say that Donald Trump shouldn't use it to help him politically. Well, media outlets and Joe Biden have used his words to disparage Donald Trump politically. So why can't Donald Trump protect himself on the other side when he is being attacked?
So if I could please answer your question,
if I
could please answer your question, then if I can finish my thought because you interrupted me.
Sorry.
So first of all, find me a Joe Biden ad where somebody took something from an administration completely out of context, and then I will respond to that. Joe Biden and his campaign have not done that. That's number one.
Actually,
hold on a second. That's number one.
Joe Biden and his campaign.
You got to let me talk for more than 5.
I thought you were done.
Well, no, because you interrupted me from a thought before. You didn't let me finish. So I'm going to try to go back to what I was saying before. Okay? And what I was saying before was, in setting up these phone calls, is we're also talking about Donald Trump's Florida rally last night. Do you have a problem with thousands of people not wearing masks? Do you have a problem with the Trump campaign using Dr. Fauci out of context in a campaign ad? Do you have a problem with Mark Meadows speaking to the media, taking his mask off, and then when he's asked to put his mask on, he walks away and he won't talk to the media? Do you have a problem with Representative Mike Lee, who today, in this Supreme Court hearing with senators, who just tested positive for the virus a little over a week ago, is not wearing a mask? Do you have a problem with that?